Besides,
Yeah.
that energy drink.
It's good.
Nobody enjoys that.
Or the sparkling.
You order a Sprite and it's out of
Yeah, but it's
syrup,
different,
and
though.
You just get
It says
sparkling
sparkling
water and you
water.
drink it.
Yeah, it's made of sparkling water. But
Yeah, because I'm expecting a Sprite and I'm not getting exactly a Sprite. This, I'm not expecting a Sprite. I'm just expecting that something that
sadness.
hopefully...
You're expecting sadness and you get sadness and you're like, sadness.
As long as I taste lemon or lime, I'm
I
fine.
feel like
is it one can's lemon, one can's lime? You're just like, it's a shot in the dark, which one's which?
It's kind of, yeah.
He's like, oh, it's lime today,
You
fellas.
zoom in on it, it says and or lime.
Hey, at least there's flavor with this stuff and not drinking Hint, which is like somebody sneezing a flavor at you 3 aisles away.
Three.
Look
It's a
at
hint,
the,
yeah.
let
This
the
is
bubbles
more than a
rise.
That says lemon lime, like you're getting
Yep.
a lot of
Let the
lemon lime.
bubbles rise.
It's lemon lime time. Rhymes on the back.
I actually didn't know that there was a saying on it.
What do the other flavors say? Alright, we have
We
to
need
go
to
buy
know.
all the
We need to know.
12 pack of every single one of them.
I'll find out next time I buy a pair. Buy a box.
He's going to keep going through the flavors until he
All
finds ones he
flavors.
likes.
Yeah.
So far, the lemon and indoor lime ones are pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie, I have actually found not these sparkling water ones, but the ice ones. They have a lemon lime one that literally tastes just like fucking
Well, she bought.
Sprite.
We were at Target
Get, probably.
the first time we found them, or were they at
We're
Fry's?
always at Target.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say.
But where we
you
find those
Target
ice
people.
ones first? Was it Target or was it Fry's?
For what?
The sparkling, the energy drink ones.
Oh yeah, ice makes a caffeinated version. Yeah.
Yeah. They're super
They're
good.
so good.
Ice is really good.
Yeah, like
So
the
good.
energy drink
I mean,
The
ones.
energy
They're
ones
real
are
good.
So good.
Like, you know, a lot of those ones, like, they taste way too, like, energy. No, these ones are fucking
They're
delicious.
fucking fire.
Ice.
But then we found these other ones. I don't even know what the brand is.
Oh, I don't know what brand.
But they're zero sugar energy drinks. They're clean energy, whatever, whatever. And they have different flavors. And, like, the mimosa one I had today was fucking delicious shit.
What is it?
The space one is just grape. I don't know why it has space on it, but...
They're for bougie.
It's weird because
They're awesome. I don't
all of them have names, right? And like they're like mimosa, right? So it's got oranges and shit in it, right? There's the Hawaiian shaved ice, trash by the way. It has watermelon on it. It was like I figured it tastes like watermelon. Tastes like trash. It was gross.
Garbage.
We have the tropical one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was like tropical fruits and stuff. The space one doesn't have any pictures of any fruit other than the fact that it has planets that are purple,
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
right? But that one's real good because it's grape. So you know,
I
me and
don't know
grape
what
stuff.
Still,
the
like,
brand is.
Yeah, I can't remember that brand, but they're super good. But they're like zero sugar, so you know, no crash nonsense. But you know, that's good.
Probably a Target brand.
No, we found them online.
yeah,
they're
Oh, you did?
but like, and they're supposed to be available other places, but the only place we've seen them is Target. And when you look online, it's like available at stores.
They're like, which
You're
one?
like,
There's a lot of them out there.
Stores.
guys, you know, stores is like a general term. Nah, stores. When you say stores, do you mean Target? Yes.
I mean, technically it is a store, and there's many of them, so there's stores.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah. They're not fucking lying.
No.
Speaking of fucking lying, comes naturally. We are.
Joe.
Mike,
I'm Cody. Today we are actually joined by
Paige.
Paige is here.
That's what they are.
Oh, you found them? Oh, you pulled from your purchase history? That makes sense.
Alani
Yeah.
Arctic White Energy Drink
Oh, it's not that one. I just found
But
that flavor,
that's
but
the-
that's the brand.
brand. I've never seen them at Fry's.
Yeah, we
I've
looked at
only
Fry's,
seen them
but
at
as
Target.
Mike knows, Fry's is sometimes not greatly stocked on a lot of shelves.
No.
Like
Yeah.
3D Doritos aren't yet. Like 3D Doritos, are they out yet?
no.
Why were sweet potato fries out 2 weeks ago?
Good.
Why is all ramen gone?
Really?
Dude, all the instant ramen gone off the shelves.
I can kind of understand instant ramen.
Yeah, but it's
But
it's
I
weird
How
though.
much is on the fucking shelves, dude?
Like
No,
there's
I actually
like
haven't been inside
there's,
the
like-
Fry's really a
It's
whole
like
lot.
12 feet of ramen, and most
Gone.
of it's gone all the time now.
even the cup
So
of
is all
noodles.
the rice gone then too?
No.
No,
Okay.
the instant
We're
rice
talking
there's
about we're-
yeah, instant rice there's like pockets that are missing, but
We did go through a stretch where all dry goods was gone for like a solid couple weeks,
Yeah.
but
you know, it's funny though. So Paige and I went to World Market on Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I remember days. My days
Yeah,
are
you do.
up right.
Right.
I literally thought today was Thursday, and I was like, "Fuck! Did I forget about Wednesday? Like, what the hell?"
did everybody forget?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
So we went to World Market because we wanted to get some ramens, like instant ramens, right? Because World Market carries some. And they had that one that I think it's the one, she's had it before. I think it's the one that Matt told you about, but not like the super butthole Bernie spice one.
Yeah.
The black or something?
Yeah. It's that one, but it's the spicy one, but it's the regular spicy, not like the super hot one. Where
I
I was
think
like,
actually have a bag in.
yeah. Well, they have cups of it or bowls of it there.
Yeah, they do.
And then so we got a couple of those. I got one called Snapdragon, which I had yesterday at work. It's actually pretty good. The noodles were bleh, you know, but the miso broth was actually pretty dope. Right. It was pretty cool that way. But we went to Fry's afterwards to get gift cards and other shit. And guess what was fucking on there?
What?
That fucking same ramen we got at World Market was at Fry's.
Yeah.
I was like, we went all the way to Fry's, and this is what it fucking got?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right?
I think
But-
our mic's on the wrong setting.
Is it? Why? It's picking us all up.
Yeah.
We're not very far away, so that should be
No.
fine. Well, it did spike when I moved it, though, so...
So that'll be
For
great audio.
professionalism. What was that?
Nothing good.
So we're going to try that, the black one, whatever that brand's actually called.
It's really good.
Yeah, we're going to try that one next
Yeah, I
day
can't
off.
remember what it's called. Is it? I think it's
It's
from.
something black, but I don't know.
Is it from Nissan? Nissan? Not Nissan, but
Might be one of the ones. It's like a red package with a giant black logo on it or whatever. Yeah, it's that one. I think, I swear to Christ, it's the same one you showed me
it probably
before.
is the same one.
It's just not the super retarded spice one that like Matt gave you.
Oh my
Or
god!
Matt told you to get or whatever.
No,
it
he
was.
got it for me. The spicy butthole ramen that he gets from Lily's.
Yeah. Well, that's what I knew I was going to ask you. That's he goes to the Asian market, right? The one that's on in Glendale or whatever. Or is it
Yeah.
technically
Well,
Glendale?
no, I think the one he goes to. There's another one out in
Far reaches of the Phoenix Valley.
towards Avondale or somewhere on northern.
Yeah, because we wanted to go to one of those and see what kind of crazy ramens they have there too.
Well, the last time he was there, he said they were pretty much sold out of everything as well.
Oh, well, I was going to say, so we went to Fry's, right? We walked by and I laughed because I pointed at where the instant, like all the instant ramen stuff is. And the shelves are just empty. We go around the corner to the fucking international section. It has all the ramens in stock. I was like, they don't know there's extra ramen in the international section. I could sell this for more money outside.
Stupid white people.
Speaking of which, there was a guy over in front of Cane's today selling toys out the back of his truck.
That's trustworthy.
Yep.
What kind of toys?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Buy 'em?
with the wrestling
I'm gonna
figures.
tell you.
Yeah.
There were wrestling
Elites.
figures. I mean, there were some elites. My trunk would be full. No, it's funny because like people are like looking over their stuff and they look like those like 99-cent store dolls and stuff.
Ah,
I was like, that ain't good.
oh shit! I still need a present.
Isn't it this one?
I don't know. You haven't shown me yet.
Yeah, that's fine. Isn't it this
She'll
one?
say,
Yeah, that's that one.
That one?
It's not the packaging, but
"That's the
but the
logo."
brand. Yeah,
The
it looks
brand?
the same. Yeah. Because I think the one that Matt bought had like also a little character, like a duck character or a chicken character or something on
Yeah.
it.
So I was like, all right, well, whatever.
Oh, wait, this one? That's the black one. I don't know what the difference is.
The black one is spicier, if I recall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. We got the red package.
We got
yeah.
that one?
Yeah, I believe so. Right? Didn't we?
I hope so.
Or did we get the? Oh no.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
you don't
no! You're gonna find out.
Awesome.
A couple hours after you eat it.
Not with that
I'll
stuff.
be texting you
Dude.
on the fucking toilet, like, "Hey guys, guess what? We got the black one."
That shit was so spicy, I couldn't finish 2 bites into it. It was literally like, bite. Oh my god. Okay, I can power through this. No.
He's like, "Trash."
No.
Oh, I knocked it on the floor.
No, I
by
did. I was
accident.
like, I'm done with this. And I told Matt the next day, he was like, what the fuck? You just eat it and you're done with it. And I'm like, no.
"No, I eat food for enjoyment. You
Yeah.
fucking psychopath."
Like, no, Matt.
Ugh. Anyhow, besides instant ramen and world travel,
Semi-world travel.
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Right.
Because this comes out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
present to unwrap.
That's right. Unwrap it and shove it in your ear holes. We're going to talk about
Consensually
Mandalorian.
only.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to,
This isn't
please
control.
don't force us into your ears.
We're not controlling.
Yeah, we're not controlling you to listen to this.
Yeah. We're here
Yeah.
in case you want to give it a try.
in case you want to listen to it.
Maybe regret some decisions later. Whatever.
Yeah,
We
that's
all do.
life, bud.
Right.
We're here for you.
And here to do it to you. So we're talking about Mandalorian, obviously.
That's one thing.
I thought we were going to talk about how Paul Giamatti is like oddly a really good Santa Claus and a terrible movie in Fred Claus.
Fred Claus is an awful movie.
Yeah, but like Paul Giamatti as Santa Claus does a really good job as Santa Claus, and he's trapped in a shitty movie,
It's true.
so nobody gets to talk about it. But he's a top 3 Santa in movie history, performance-wise.
So what are your?
I
what are your
don't
top,
think
what are
I've seen-
What are your top 3 then?
Kurt Russell, Tim
yeah.
Allen,
That's
and
about to say.
Paul
Yeah,
Giamatti.
exactly where. I was like, I thought you were going to throw a curveball ass.
No,
like,
God,
Billy
no,
Bob Thornton.
those top, like non-Santa characters, yeah,
Oh, and the first one, Bad Santa 2 was terrible.
was terrible. Yes,
Terrible movie. Be ashamed of yourself, Billy Bob. Like that was
A guy named Billy Bob's never ashamed of himself.
also true. Also true. It's,
Remember when he was fat in Tombstone?
yeah.
Isn't that weird?
was he?
Yeah,
It's been years since I've seen
yeah,
Tombstone.
he's a chubby dude.
He really gained the weight to get that role.
Well, when you get into character,
Yeah, he's a, one of those dudes that does any like body morphs into characters.
I've been watching Christmas movies all month,
We noticed.
and then all I have left is Elf, The Night Before, and Scrooge.
I think you can skip Elf.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
I cannot at all, you asshole.
No, Elf is
And
terrible.
then Your Face is terrible, and everyone here knows it, especially Paige. So, okay.
I'm
I
pretty sure
think-
that's not true.
No.
Yeah, she knows.
Let's take a
She
vote real
knows.
quick. Who agrees that Elf is a terrible movie? Oh, majority rules.
Oh, cool. So I'm sitting here with a bunch of cunts.
Oh.
No.
All 3 of you cunts.
No, you're sitting here with a bunch of people who enjoy movies that are good.
Oh.
Like Elf.
Okay.
How's Polar
Okay.
Express?
Ooh.
I didn't watch that.
Alright then.
Please do not.
I saw that. I rewatched the trailer. Like it was originally like the last one I put on the list,
And then did you leave
and
it
then
in?
I watched the trailer. I was all like, Office Christmas Party has Christmas in the title,
That's the ramen.
so
I
we're
had.
just gonna go with that.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a different brand. It's Samyang. That's the ramen.
Get 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the little chicken?
Express puts you to sleep.
It's
So
on one of their different.
Ernest
one of
Saves
their
Christmas.
Oh yeah.
different-
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That movie was awful.
that's the ramen I had.
She didn't even know who Ernest P. Worrell was.
It's because
Well,
I'm
You didn't know who Ernest
She's
was?
like
It's like I'm
23.
23?
I don't know.
Whoa.
First
Yeah.
off,
I mean,
first off,
at
first
least
off.
I didn't. At least I didn't say
It's like I
12,
don't
which has different implications.
No, first off, she's like, it came out when I was 12. No, it came out before she was born. So we're gonna split hairs, all right?
It's true.
I
Mike
think
was
I
6
might
at
be
time.
the cutoff age for Ernest.
Well, you were growing up in the tail end of him because he finished in the early 90s.
My mom didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, but parents don't.
Yeah, parents.
If
aren't
I asked
supposed
my
to know.
parents who he was, they wouldn't know either. Actually, they probably
He wouldn't
would
know who
They,
Ernest is.
my mom would probably
It
know.
was
Because he had like a bunch of TV movies back when he only had like 3 channels.
Oh no, they were all in theaters.
No, but they're
No.
like on TV all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
for sure. Yeah.
Wait, was it on this side of the states or?
Or up north.
In South Canada.
In
Well, no,
Canada.
because he's
from Tennessee.
He's from
He's
like
a
the
Canucker.
Tennessee, like the East Coast area, and he actually starred in a bunch of commercials in
Yeah.
that side. That's where he
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
from.
that's the character was
That's what I'm
developed.
wondering
Yeah.
when he says TV specials.
And I just
is-
mean like I remember like Fox always like running his shit like
Yeah.
on
You'd always say like Ernest
like a
in the Army
Sunday
and shit like that.
afternoon when football season wasn't going on.
Yeah,
Like that kind of dumb shit.
they did run Ernest Saves Christmas a lot during Christmas time.
He
I love that movie. That's a good movie. Watch it,
No.
Paige. Yes, it is.
Well, I
She
did
watched
watch
it.
Oh, you did watch it? Oh,
I
that's right. You
hated
did
it.
watch it.
Oh, she didn't enjoy it at all. She was confused by why he was dressed like somebody else.
Oh no, it was Ernest Scared Stupid. You didn't watch.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
we
Come
were
on.
gonna watch that one.
I'm gonna let you know if you don't like one of them, you're not gonna like any of them.
First off, all
That's
right.
true.
Oh,
Ernest Scared Stupid
It's the true
is
statement.
the best of all of them.
Yeah, but it's a true statement.
I'm not done with my statement yet. You're not incorrect.
First off,
But Ernest Scared Stupid is the best one that there is. So
And one of the, what's his weakness? Miak, or was it Mialk?
milk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mialk. And he
Mialk.
actually has a bottle of Mialk.
It's milk.
It's milk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ernest voiced a character on The Simpsons of a carny.
Yep.
Remember that
So
episode?
he's also Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
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 In the first one.
Oh, that's
First two.
cool.
Did he make it to the second one?
Yeah, he
I thought
died. He died between the third one because they took so long to make the third one. Remember?
Bastards.
Right? Should have done it faster.
That's what I'm saying.
They would have done it earlier. He'd still be alive right
Which
now.
I didn't
That's a
know. Do you
fact.
know who took over the voice of Slinky Dog for the last two movies?
Fred Willard.
No, because he's also dead and they can't get him reply. No, remember Waterboy?
He wasn't dead then.
Remember Waterboy?
Oh, Farmer Fran.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
Sean's dead.
yeah. I was
Okay.
like, holy shit. Yeah, Sean's dead from Boy Meets World. Yeah, I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. That's him. And by the way, if you want a terrible picture of that guy, go to Wikipedia and look up his picture they have on there. It is a bad one.
Is
I was
it
like,
him rubbing his nipples from Waterboy?
No, that actually would have been a better picture. Like it's real rough.
You remember that?
No, I don't.
Just do Waterboy.
Watch
and look at
Waterboy.
that.
I have watched Waterboy. I've seen it multiple times.
See him rub his nipples when the food goes. Or when the
You like Waterboy?
I don't like Waterboy.
Fuck, you dumb. I don't know why I got so defensive all of a sudden.
you dumb. They had that chick from The Craft in it.
Yeah.
Paige knows The Craft, right? Big fan. You like witchcraft, Paige?
Sure.
Do you like
You like movies about witchcraft?
I'm scared.
I don't know where this is going, but I'm interested to see what happens.
That was it. That was all the
Oh,
questions.
that's all?
I got nothing else.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's
Did
just
you find
googling
it?
pictures
From his Wikipedia?
of Farmer
Yeah.
Fran.
That's not that bad.
That's pretty rough.
I mean, it's an
That's
older.
pretty rough.
It's from 2016. It's not.
Is
bad.
he still alive right now?
Yeah.
According to
That's
this, he
good.
is.
Yeah.
This is pretty
Yeah.
rough.
You couldn't have got a better picture. I know Wikipedia likes using like current-ish pictures, but like you could have done them a little better than that, fellas.
Just use his IMDb picture.
Which one's that one?
Very.
Yep, much
Polished.
younger.
Oh yeah, see, it's a much better way of doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, back to what we were talking about before we got sidetracked.
You had a
on
lot of
other nonsense.
fucking tabs open.
Only 4.
Oh, is it?
It's like he's old. And
Oh, it's the way
Four.
they came down. I thought they
4 plus the one that
On my dad's
automatically
phone,
opened.
I had to set
He's
it to
never closed the tab.
Yeah, so I had to set it where it deletes every week automatically because he kept saying like you can't open web pages because they don't load. I'm like, open it up and there's like just.
Does he
tabs
still
and shit.
go into Facebook
Yeah.
through the website and not the app?
Yeah.
Does he really?
So when he gets an email notification, he'll hit it, and instead of opening the app, it opens the
No.
browser,
Yeah.
and
This
he's
is-
like, it's
You could tell when you walk, because you know you go into the house and you walk behind the couch and he's sitting on the couch and you can look at his phone because he has it right here. And so it's like he's showing you, but it's just his weird eye
That's why
level.
he's looking at it.
You look at it and I'm like, that's a web address at the top. Don't do that.
Facebook doesn't have a browser bar, so
Yeah.
I mean that's bad news. Yeah. Anyhow, Mandalorian season finale, season 2 finale
Yeah.
happened. What do we think? What was our thoughts?
It was-
Joseph?
Joe didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
I fucking called it. I called it, you hating son of a bitch. You always hate fun.
Anyhow, Joe, go ahead before Mike rips into you again.
No, I wouldn't say that I hated it. I really liked it. I did.
Okay.
I don't know where it's going to go from here. That's the thing. Like you kind of just like tied up the whole entire show into a nice little bow, and then what do you do for season 3? You know.
It's true.
And on top of that, I didn't understand why they would.
I want Paige here, just hanging out during all the, so I can look at her reactions to your hating shit that you say.
Go ahead, anyways.
I'm sorry.
Guess your dicks.
Don't lump me up with these two.
I meant just those two.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
meant just those two.
All right. Anyhow, so what were your thoughts? What you were saying?
No, okay. So from beginning to end, I thought it was a really great episode. I mean, we're not going to rehash well shot, well blah blah blah,
Yeah.
everything. That's just a what every episode is. I did find it weird to begin with. Where the fuck did that one Mandalorian go? The guy. Did they ever explain where he went?
Technically speaking, he's not part of that group.
But they never like.
No, they never said where they went.
He's there in the other. He's there in the other episode. He wasn't there in the bar scene,
Yep.
which is fine. But then he didn't come running down the. Then he wasn't with the group at all, and it was
No.
just like no one's.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
No
I
one's
don't
going
know.
to. This kind of bothered me. It was like no one's going to. Or is it just because? And it sounds bad, but it's just more of a question. Is it just so that they could have an all-female raiding party? Like I don't. Like was that
group?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was cool, still cool, but it just at least explained like he's off doing something else, you know.
Yeah, no, they didn't
Instead,
say
he
that.
just disappears. Like
He's not technically part of Katie Sackhoff or Bo-Katan's
group,
Yeah,
but
'cause they're
still,
all
like
female.
you establish that he's there, and suddenly
Yeah.
he's not. Like,
Yeah,
what
why
the
they
fuck
have him in
happened?
the first place if they're not going to be in the rest of it? Yeah,
Right.
I thought the same thing. I mean,
Anyway,
but yeah,
so all that was, the whole raid was really cool, really well done. Obviously, I thought it was going to go a different way. You know, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago what Jedi would show up at the end, I would have said Luke Skywalker. Last week, I said not Luke Skywalker, that they wouldn't even show a Jedi. Because what are you going to do for next season? You kind of just tied up everything. The whole premise of this show...
Teenage Yoda.
The whole premise of this show is literally, and I'm forgetting it again, whatever Samurai and Cub or whatever it was called. It's
Wolf and
literally
Cub.
Wolf and Cub. Literally that, and that's your premise, going from place to place. And I personally would have expected them to just show Grogu understanding his powers more and more, and showing them more and more as as each season went on. Not expecting this thing to last like 10 years or something like that, but to at least show that him growing up with the Mandalorian, you have that different type of influence on him. But no, it doesn't seem like we're going to get any of that. He's just off with Luke, which raises so many other questions, because then now that we've directly tied it with the Skywalker saga, which I didn't think they really should do because we already know how that ends, does that mean that he literally is just a dead body at the feet of Kylo Ren?
We don't know time frames exactly though, too, and how long he trains with them. So that's like an out if they want to.
True, but he's 50 years old at this point. The kid is.
Yeah.
He's obviously not going to age very much in the next 10 years
Yeah, not
to
at all.
be very effective at doing much. We don't even know like at what age that this species starts talking, really.
yeah. Because clearly he's an infant at this, or not an infant, but
He's a youngling or whatever they call them in the Star Wars universe. So
Yeah.
he was at the age of the children, when
They got 66.
when
not really. He was actually
when
at that point,
Anakin just went.
because if he
killed
grows
everybody.
that slowly, because this is what at this point it's at least 20 something years after that, right? Because obviously Luke wasn't born yet at
Yeah.
that point. He was about to be, and when those ones, so Grogu, he would have been alive, but he would. He's look at him now. He's not even like the size of those younglings were when Anakin slaughtered him. So like. He wasn't even in that group, so people were like, "Oh, how did he survive that?" I'm like, he wasn't in that. Clearly, he wasn't in that group.
No,
because those were fully talking like children who like hold sabers, and he could barely hold the fucking metal ball that he steals off the fucking console every now and then. So clearly, he's not. His aging would limit him to being in that group versus anything else, and he was probably still with the rest of the children that were being grown, like nursery and stuff.
Yeah.
So and then like somebody saved him obviously because he got out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. To your point too, I don't have no idea what they're doing next season. I kind of hope it's a whole like Battle for Mandalore thing, because the way they set it up is he now has the dark saber,
And that's the only thing that I can think of that them doing. That's the only thing that comes out of this season that isn't tied up. You still have Bo-Katan that wants the dark saber, but obviously she can't just take it. She suddenly has to have a fight with
sort of, kind of, yeah. It's
with him in order to rightfully take the saber type thing.
They set it up that way because she once had she took the mantle of leadership of Mandalore once before by taking the saber from somebody,
Which is what I understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
so she has before, but then she got it taken from her by Moff Gideon. So Moff Gideon. So she probably more wants to have that, like he said. She wants that.
She wants to kill him and take it.
She wants to defeat him, however that happens to be, in battle and take it that way.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he's not one to like let her just take him down. So
And that's what that whole, like, honestly, it makes it look... Din Djarin is a great fighter, But the way he loses, he knows he's going to lose.
Yeah.
So he loses the lightsaber there, knowing that he's not going to get killed by Din Djarin, and take him back, and that's going to piss off Bo-Katan, because now he rightfully won the saber and not her. You could see it in that whole scene right there, that he knew it would happen that way, and she
he's
was
like,
pissed off about that. Yeah.
He's
Kind of
playing
his
chess
last
when they're
little
playing
thing.
checkers.
By the way,
Until a Jedi shows up and he's like, "Oh shit! I shit bricks, literally."
Before we get to that, real quick, how like slightly scared were you for a second where he like pulls that gun and shoots at the Grogu, and you're like, did they just kill him?
Yeah, I was like, he's about to take a pot shot. I knew he was going to block the shot, but I was like,
but he just barely blocks the shot.
You are a bad person.
Yeah, right.
Like, I know you're a Moff and all, but like, you're kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you already tested on him, and he was holding the fucking, saber up to him as a threat, and I was like, well, you're kind of a dick all around, I guess. I mean, this makes sense.
Right. I was half expecting Grogu to just be like, ha, and just throw him across the room and be like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
You got Grogu'd.
Because at one point I thought like he was going to, like Mando was going to shoot the manacles off him so he could like,
You got Grogu'd?
Yeah, on a shirt.
You got Grogu'd, son.
It's just a stormtrooper flying across the room.
You see that two smash up into the wall?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
Let's
great.
do it.
I want that pop figure too.
Disney.
Just sitting there fucking tossing them. They're all crumbled in the corner.
That'd be awesome. But that final scene where the X-Wing shows up, and it's like, well, that has to be Luke.
Yeah, that way there's no, you can't. If you're
doors
a Star
open
Wars fan and you don't realize that's Luke landing, then you're delusional or you're just not paying attention to what you're looking at the screen.
Well, I was thinking like maybe they're pulling one on us because
Same thing he said.
Because the door opens up and you just see a cloaked figure, and like, well, that like you get a flash of the belt buckle, and I'm like, that's totally Luke from Return of the Jedi. And I'm like, nah, they're really fucking up. They're fucking with us right now. This is somebody else. And then the green lightsaber comes out and they show the hilt, and I'm like, that's fucking Luke's.
Even then,
lightsaber.
I was like, these
other greens,
I thought,
crystals.
because as soon as it shows an X-Wing, and they're like, they just sent one X-Wing, and I was all like, oh, that's weird. Oh shit, one X-Wing. I was all like, well, there's only like one dude that just has an X-Wing lying around. And I was like, at this point, I don't think it's at the bottom of the ocean yet. So I think it's still working pretty well. And then like they're not showing his face, and like you get the green saber and like the black outfit, and I was like, they don't have the balls. They aren't gonna do this. It's gonna be some fucking weird Jedi nobody's ever heard of, and it's a new character. And then when he just keeps wrecking shit, I was like, this Jedi's pretty good, but I don't think it's Luke. And
he keeps trying to deny himself.
I kept doing the same thing. I was like, that might not be him. And then they show like he throws somebody. I'm like, oh, he's wearing the one glove though.
Yeah, when I saw the glove, I was like, that's really fucked up, Jon Favreau. You put a glove on this guy and make us think it's Luke. It's clearly not Luke. And then he crushed the one robot. I was like, well, I mean, it's a pretty good move. Maybe. And they show his face. I was like, it's a CGI Luke.
You're like, oh.
So
it is
Grand Moff Tarkin him.
Yeah.
That was cool. They still haven't really gotten that great on. Like, it's cool to see that type of technology on a TV show, kind of, but it's still kind of wonky.
Isn't there a saying for that when like
Uncanny Valley? Yeah. Where it's
never gonna look
getting
right.
so real, but then you're like, your brain's like, no, it doesn't move. There's something it doesn't move.
I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I think our heads aren't gonna allow us to think that it's normal ever.
I mean, there's parts of it like
when they don't move, it's fine. But it's when they
it's the trying to.
Who did it really good? Ant-Man, I think, did it the best.
With motion, yes. Ant-Man with the de-aging of both Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer.
But I think
really,
that's
really good.
Also because they had those two to work with it. This was obviously, they had, I can't remember the dude's name, but it was somebody totally different. They used the scans from younger Mark Hamill, and he still did the voice for it.
Yeah. But it was cool, and like, I mean, I kind of wish in a way they would recast him for
get
it.
somebody that looks like
Yeah, but I mean, if you've seen the
You know
mock-ups
how
of
mad people would have been?
people.
wouldn't people put this? But the reason I think they didn't do that is because I don't think we're really going to see much of him going forward.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's more of like a one-off type thing than anything else. But I mean, I would have liked to be like Sebastian Stan, but he's a little busy doing other stuff at the time because he was filming that new TV program they have coming out.
I will say the surprise of this episode was actually R2 showing up.
Yeah, everyone loved that part, and I was like,
Like I didn't even think of that. He shows up. He's all badass. We didn't even talk about the imagery similarities between Rogue One, the way Darth Vader shows up and just is wrecking people left and right, and they literally have very much the same imagery here as Luke shows up and is just wrecking people, wrecking robots left and right.
yeah.
But then just to have R2 just kind of bloop, bloop, and just comes out from behind him, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's R2!
Yeah, I didn't even think about it either. I was like, well, of course it's R2.
Of course it's R2.
We didn't run with anybody else. But
Yeah.
Because at this point, this is when him and R2 are mapping out all the Jedi temples and everything. So like, this is where they're building the star map that they were going after in the newer saga, the later Skywalker sagas.
But yeah, so I don't know where it'll go from here.
I think Grogu's not going to be in the third season. Like, that's a focal point anyway. Like, definitely not every episode. I think the next season is just going to be all Mando stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And people are going to bitch about it so much. I already can't wait.
It's going to be the fight for Mandalore. It's going to be everything, them trying to get things back, and you probably won't see the child very much. If
being with Luke like that, I doubt it very highly.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mark Hamill will be happy to come back and do some voices, but I mean, they would have to really perfect that fucking face thing, because if you're in there for too long, that's going to be real rough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if they did, like, sat him still, maybe, but, like, when he went to move his head, I was like, why your face loose, son?
Seriously.
Yeah. But, no, so obviously you guys saw the after credits.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And the fact that it's a full-on fucking series.
That was another one where they showed the scene, and I'm like, is this Jabba? This can't be Jabba the Hutt's place. Like, they're not going to just, like, Jabba the Hutt, and then, you know, they go to the interior, and you're like,
My dumbass.
That's that one dude, but he's all fat now.
Yeah.
I was like, what? But this isn't like, I kept doing that, but this isn't Jabba's place. This is not Jabba's place.
I thought that was more realistic, so I bought in pretty quick odds. But like my dumb ass, I was like, "Where the fuck's Jabba?" And I was like, "Oh, that's right, he did."
He real choked out.
Yeah.
And then the other guy was turning into a Jabba. I was like, "Yeah, they made that guy fat because whoever rules here." So Boba Fett's not fat as fuck by the end of that first season.
Well, if it goes by, there's not a whole lot of source material for it, but if it's the book of Boba Fett, it's probably going to be the bounty hunter wars one, because they're going to pull from. He's a little older than he was in that one, because that was before, but they could easily do that. And the seat of power, that the Hutt power basically gives him all the control of the underworld, essentially.
How crazy is that they're trusting him to lead a show, though?
Him and her, no less.
Well, but no, not Boba, the character, the actor.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's a good actor, but he's not in a lot
Morrison.
of stuff, like, at all. And for them to greenlight him, like, being your lead, like, I know the character is like what's gonna bring people in. Yes. And I was like, a lot of faith in him as an actor, which is cool. But
yeah, it's pretty crazy. When I saw that, I was like, what? I was like, because at first I was like, is he gonna be the big baddie for the third season? And then the title came out, was like, I don't think this has anything to do with Mandalorian. All of a sudden, I was like, nope, this is.
And they didn't announce that, right?
Yeah, they let him keep it secret.
Because the only thing I really look or listen about anything of that is the podcast we did. So I was like, did I fucking miss that? Like, did we not talk about it? And I was like,
no, they cut that shit out. They let him keep it secret. Because I mean, even like the whole, I mean, obviously, like, they kept Luke a secret beyond anybody's belief
for like a year, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, he did this like a year ago. Yeah. It's like, holy shit.
He was, I guess Favreau said it was one of the first things they did, because I guess that episode was some of the first stuff they shot, and I was like, well, it makes sense, because that shit was pretty goddamn elaborate. Mm-hmm. I mean, you start with a fucking popping out a fucking hyperspace ship fight going towards a fucking Star Destroyer. I'm like, frigate at that point, I think.
We're
I'm
going to
like,
shoot this
Jesus
first,
Christ.
and this is where our budget's going to go, and then we'll just use the rest of the budget to do the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Even if we're doing with cardboard and just like 2 guys shouting pew in the background.
They don't have to. They have that fucking crazy digi-screen thing. They can do whatever they want.
Someone's just walking by with an X-wing on a
Yeah.
That's why the pirates were the same thing with different angles from that one episode. Like, no, shoot, just this side.
Yeah, this side.
Don't blow shit up. I told you not to blow stuff up. We only have one set. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But like, it's like there's not a whole lot of details yet about the Book of Boba Fett, other than I guess Robert Rodriguez, who did
2 episodes.
this episode, the finale,
and then 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, he did the train one or the train car one.
No, he did the desert one, the one that I didn't really care for.
The all action
The
one.
one, the all action one where Baby Yoda was just
Yeah, and
meditating
then
on
he
top
came
of the
back,
stone.
and I think Dave Filoni did this episode, right? I think they said. I can't remember. I looked it up. I guess he's going to come. He's an executive producer, and he's coming back to direct a couple episodes of the Book of Boba Fett.
That's cool.
Because it was obviously that was his episode where fucking Boba goes off and starts murdering motherfuckers with knee darts and shit. And then so they have that one. They have the Ahsoka show, which is going to be pretty much, I guess, helmed by Dave Filoni himself because he's the creator of Ahsoka. So he's going to have that one. But I guess Favreau's overseeing all of it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so he's Kevin Feige in the shit out of this thing.
That's good.
Yeah, so they're not doing that, and then I guess we don't know anything about the Rangers of the New Republic yet. But I guess that one, it's New Republic, so it's still like it's what we're going into versus anything else. So it's interesting to see, but I think it's going to probably focus around Gina Carano's character.
Makes
because
sense.
She's now part of that. So the badge and all that stuff kind of led to that. And then they have the non-Mandalorian stuff, which is like the Andor show, which is going to prequel to Rogue One. You have the Lando show, which, again, we don't know anything about yet. We don't know when it's taking place, but I'm going to guess it's earlier days. I can't imagine they're putting Billy D with a fucking cane just walking around doing shit.
That's not going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm like, well.
Where's my ship?
He's just on that transport the entire time, waiting for the damn fireworks keep going off. So, I mean, I don't know about that, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then, like, with that, I mean, just the ability to keep that secret for so long without anybody knowing anything is just mind-boggling at this point. Like, I mean, obviously, like, on set, you never saw Mark Hamill, really, he was always doing voiceover
still,
stuff.
you obviously knew what was happening.
Yeah, it's like, that's fucking...
because people know if you fuck with a Disney spoiler, you will die.
Yeah, that's probably true, too,
right.
Yeah. And then, of course, obviously, like, the Boba Fett thing, and that's going off, and then just the amount of shit they're doing is just crazy. I just did an article this morning. I was going to send it to you guys because I was so fucking mad. And I even went and screen capped like photos for proof to show you that I'm not fucking insane. This article came up on something that I got on Apple News that I started following. It has a bunch of geeky shit in it. And this guy is like, oh, we now know the time period that the Rogue Squadron movie takes place in. You can tell the evidence from the picture they used as the Rogue for the logo. Okay. I was like, all right, I'm waiting. I'm like, because it's going to be about the Rogue Squadron, which is going to be Wedge Antilles, right? He's like, yeah, this clearly is a picture of a T-70. I was like, no, it's not. No, it is not. He's like, you can tell from the picture. I'm like, all right, first off, you can't tell shit because that's not a T-70. That is a T-68B. You want to know I know that? Because it's the same model that Luke flies. You want to know how I know that? Because if you look at the engines, Poe Dameron flies a T-70. It's a split engine design, which means the turbines are split between the wing. When it opens up, it's a half circle. Luke's, on the other hand, has 4 separate round turbines around the wings. Also, where the cannons are on the ends of the foils, the X-foils, the T-70 has a curl that wraps around it. Luke's is flat. So you look at that picture, and guess what the fuck's on there? 4 distinct turbine engines, not split, and no curve at the end of the X-foil. And the nose is different. So go fuck yourself, guy who writes up for a magazine who doesn't know shit about details.
Did you tell him?
He deleted his Twitter post that he said he wanted people to talk to correct him on. And I was like, oh, I'm not the only person that fucking noticed you're full of shit. Then I deleted all the stuff, and I was like, I can't.
You fuck with Star Wars nerds, like you gotta come right with it, because people like you are fucking weird about that shit, man.
Exactly. I was like gonna go to get my fucking books with the cross sections in them and show you what a T68.
Look at these
means.
blueprints.
Schematics right here.
Because the thing is, the Rogue Squadron picture is a front shot of the X-wing with its X-foils open.
Mm.
And there's an exact same picture in those breakdowns of those vehicle ones, and it actually shows you straight on. And I'm like, it's the exact same fucking picture. Distinct round turbine engines, not half moon ones. Fuck that guy. And I was so mad. Like I was looking at it, I had the share link ready to go in the thing with all these pictures, and I was like, I just need to get ready for work this morning. I was like, I can't. I just deleted everything. I was like, I'm out.
People have been speculating so much weird shit just out of all the stuff that, just trying to pick things. I literally read a small article that somebody was like, I think that R2 saved Grogu from when he was younger because the way R2 sounded when he saw Grogu again, it was like he was excited to see an old friend. I was like, you got that out of beep, 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 beep. What?
Yeah. Like, we don't fully know, but I also do know where R2 was at that time, and he wasn't strolling around the Jedi Temple.
Not at all.
So I don't know if that's good, because we know he wasn't at that point. He was with Padme and Obi-Wan, so like I don't think he was like. Did he fucking bender himself, like open up a compartment and there's this Grogu chilling there? He saves the one fucking child.
You're going to be important later.
R2's a dick, apparently.
I could only save one.
Yep. I have room for one.
Tell him, Spider-Man.
Yep.
You can only save one.
You only fit one.
Yeah, so I was like, that's just dumb. But, yeah, I was so fucking mad this morning. And I'm trying not to scream because obviously Paige is trying to sleep still. I'm like, I'm so fucking mad right now. You're so wrong, and I want to prove it.
Internally.
Yeah. Just bubbling up on the inside. I was like, I have to get in the shower. I'm going to fucking explode.
I'm going to take such an angry shit later.
I did, too.
Goddamn Star Wars nerds.
Was it a pooper?
That's what you sound like.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if he was a nerd, he would have known it was not a T-70.
That's true.
I'm just saying. Completely
He's a
different
poser.
X-foil design.
Fake Star Wars nerd.
Yeah.
Completely different X-foil design.
It's true. You want to show you the evidence?
Nah, man, I believe you.
Do you think Luke's X-Wing looks anything like Poe Dameron's X-Wing?
I mean...
Other than the paint job?
I mean, in layman's terms, like, yeah, they're X-Wings. Like... But I get there's different years and models. Like, I get it. I believe you, man. I don't know why you're getting defensive with me.
I'm mad now. Anyhow, any other news to talk about before we wrap this bitch up?
You want to talk about how bored you just made your girlfriend for the last hour?
She's used to it this point.
Fine.
At least right now I'm not yelling at a TV. Would you explain to them what it's like to watch Mandalorian or any show that I care about?
We used to watch movies together. Remember when we were allowed to go to movie theaters?
Oh, no.
We watch them here.
No, this is... I get
We'd
like...
sit there and make fun of things.
Yeah, that's true, too. We did that. When we were watching The Stand, I kept pausing it and like, oh, this is this. And she's like, yeah, can we just watch this fucking show?
Let's go.
She's like, yeah, I'm trying to watch it. I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Oh, that's right. I paused it so I could play.
So I can play. Trying to play shit to her that literally 2 seconds later to explain. I'm like, oh, told you.
Pause it again. You see, in the book, this is how it went down.
And I'm like, cool.
This is the whole entire backstory.
Let's
Play
let's
literally
get it.
turns an hour show into like 3 hours long. Yeah.
I had 4 hours before work to watch 2 hour-long shows.
And you were late?
Yeah.
I was almost late that day. Is that late that day?
You were almost late the day that you were playing
Oh, yeah.
Cyberpunk, and I had to remind you what time it was.
Oh, hey.
I was like, it's 10:06.
Someone in
You
this
haven't
house
taken
has
a
to work.
shower yet?
And she's like, you have to be working 11. I'm like, oh, look at the time. I should probably stop playing this. Oh, what was it? Was it not last night because I didn't play last night. It was the night before. So it's like 11:15. I was like, she's like, we probably should go to bed soon. I was like, hey, I'm just going to wrap this mission up and then I'm done.
That's not how that happens.
11:15, I'm like, oh, I should probably stop what I'm doing right now and go to bed. That's a real bag problem.
I'm not gonna lie. I was doing the same thing earlier. I picked up. I played a little bit more of the main mission, and right after that, you pick up the mission to find the tarot paintings.
Yeah. Fool on the Hill or something like that.
Something like that. I was like, oh, that's a cool one. Oh, look, the next one's on the map already. Oh, I'll do that one. I'll do the next one. The next one. I can stop when I want to. Oh, look, another one over there.
Yeah, no. Yikes.
At least the game didn't crash on me today.
There you go, buddy.
Got a solid 3 hours in.
Good thing you're playing on Xbox.
Last week, I got I played for half an hour, it crashed. Well, I need to take a break anyway. Came back to it later, played for another 45 minutes, crashed. I need to take a break anyway,
Yeah, the game's telling you, hey, bud.
Hey, bud, we know that you're not supposed to be sitting around for a long time. You don't
Yeah.
want to become one of them weirdo fat bucks that
Yeah, you don't want to be one of them sweaty fucks that just plays video games
and
all
then
the
has a
time.
heart attack, because it's been sitting around too long.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Expanse at all?
No,
New
see,
season?
the real problem with it is I have someone with me all the time, and I guarantee you've never heard of The Expanse.
Have you heard of any of the other stuff that he's... Okay.
A lot of
Most
it, yeah.
most of the things he says, she's just like, whatever.
Yeah, she'll just be like, yeah, that. And I'm like, no,
Word,
I can tell
word.
you're not. No. But I don't think she's ever heard of The Expanse, let alone seen it.
That's fine, but you can still watch it.
Oh, I know, but it's I kind of also just want to wait till it's all out so I can watch it. Cause
Fair enough. Yeah, it's another one of those. It's very hard to
Yeah,
watch.
I wanted to punch myself directly in the face after the third episode of The Boys because I couldn't just binge watch the rest of it.
That's another one.
And that shit got real good.
They did.
Real quick this season. And I was like, oh, there's no slow burns in these, huh? You're just all throwing shit left and right. I have to wait till next week, huh?
I was going to mention that mostly because last week the picture for Apple TV for the episode was of Miller. And I was like, oh shit, we're going to get Miller back in this episode? That's awesome. And you watch the whole entire... He doesn't show up once. I was like,
in the
what the
preview?
fuck, Apple TV? No, it was in... So, when you're on the TV app and
Is it the next episode or whatever?
Yeah, and you're like, this is the current episode, and you highlight it, and it shows you a picture of the episode. It was Miller. And I'm like, but he didn't show up at all. What the fuck, Apple TV? Why are you showing me a picture of Miller? But he did end up, he was the director of the episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane directed the episode, yeah.
Speaking of Thomas Jane, did you see this fucking outlandish post that he made on Twitter? I want to direct fucking John Barenthal as Frank Castle in a movie. I was like,
Yes, please.
that's some Inception ass bullshit right there. And
Right.
yes, where do I send the check?
Oh, can we get Dolph Lundgren to write it?
No, I want him to be the villain. Can I have that? Is that okay?
I want to be his
Okay.
dad. The original
The original Punisher?
Yeah.
Franklin Castle
senior.
Senior? When they get to team up like Shaft style at the end of Shaft, the new one. Which
Fair
they could have, by the way, they should have called that movie Shafts. Because there's 3 in it.
I mean,
At the
could,
point.
yeah.
Dumb.
I'd have called it Shafted.
Shaft 2, Shaft Harder?
Shaft harder.
Shaft cubed.
I made that joke when we watched the Christmas Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
And it's like the title screen comes up. It's like the Christmas Chronicles all big. It says 2. And I was like, Chronic Harder?
Oh,
She's
he's
like-
that shit.
She's like, what? I was like, Christmas Harder? I was gonna have to talk through it. And she's like, the movie started. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, pause. There's more important things to talk about. Speaking of which, did you see who directed the second one? Chris Columbus?
Oh yeah, weird, right?
So apparently he produced the first one. He wrote and directed this one. So Chris Columbus.
Yeah, I know Chris
is-
Columbus. He's done a lot
He
of shit.
discovered America.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a holiday for him that people all of him don't call anymore. But he's the one that did Home Alone
Yeah.
and the first 2 Harry Potter movies. And I
Yeah.
was like, this dude loves fucking Christmas time.
He does. He really does.
Like he
Yeah.
did Christmas with the
Did you
Cranks.
watch it?
I haven't watched the second one.
It's good, but it's more like kid oriented. Like it's more family.
a little more? Okay.
Yeah, like and it's weird because there's not a lot of him. Because what made the first one so fun was him interacting with people that didn't think he was Santa. And
Yeah.
all the interactions. Most of this doesn't take place in like populated areas.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, you lose a lot of that. And like I said, it's more like kid family orientated than the first one, but it's still pretty good.
Does he do a blues rock song at one point in
Yeah,
prison?
he's not a prison, but an airport. Spoilers.
Close enough.
Jesus Christ. Like, there's some people who don't know what you're talking about.
Trisha Murtaugh's in it too. That was really fucking weird. Murtaugh's wife. I was like, who the fuck is like? Why does this bitch look so familiar? And then I was like, oh, and she starts singing. And I was like, she a
She
singer?
can sing her?
I was like,
She is
I
now.
don't remember her being a singer. And then I had to look it up. I was like, it's Murtaugh's old lady.
Yeah, no, I haven't. We've been really slacking on our Christmas watching movies
We watched
thing.
like 4.
We've watched like 7,
I've watched 0.
I think.
I don't think.
What day is it? What's the date?
Today?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
23rd?
I watched 22.
Really?
Yeah, man, every day.
We haven't been doing shit.
Yeah, no, it's been basically video games.
It's like day 16. I was like, fuck. It's like a month of this is like a bit
We've
much.
technically done 8 from the list that we did not follow.
Where were you the other 4, huh? Yeah.
So Ernest Saves Christmas. We've watched 9. My time management skills have been real bad lately.
Cyberpunk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Destiny was for a while because they had the Dawning event, and I tried to
Sure.
balance all 3: Animal Crossing, Destiny, and Cyberpunk.
We haven't even been playing Animal
And
Crossing.
I'm just not. It's not working out.
I had one of the Pokemon games for the Switch.
Sword and/or Shield.
Yeah. And I went to play it the other day. We were waiting around. Oh, for DirecTV.
Were all your Pokemon
Sure.
dead in your little bag?
Nah,
Feed 'em, let 'em out.
like I fucking forgot how to play.
Are those
Like I didn't.
Tamagotchis?
Yeah.
It's been like 6-7 months since I played it, and I opened it up and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I was just sort of walking around. I was like, it'll come back to me, and I was like, it's not coming. I played for like an hour. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do, and I just put it away. I was like, I gotta like watch a playthrough video or something.
Girl, you know what? I got a PGA game I'm gonna play, so this will be later. Have you lost yet?
Yeah, Jim beat me once.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Is that why she's not joining us today?
No, this was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so this happened a couple of weeks. That's
Well, we watched.
I did see them together twice since then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Still together.
real
with separate
fucking
events.
big attitude lately. Ever since beating me at a video game, but you
She
know.
walks around holding the
Here,
PlayStation
calm.
controller.
Calm down, Ribby McRiverson.
Yeah, she starts doing too good. Just fucking elbow her in the rib.
Wow.
That'll cause real problems. I'll
You
take
may
the
win.
bullshit problems.
You're like, I'll take the elf. And versus
I did challenge her
maybe
to a
down.
real game of golf. She got mad at me. I was like, I had no fucking play, but I'll beat your ass.
Unless she doesn't.
She's like,
She suddenly
secretly a
pulls out like
golfer.
the professional golf club, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
I'm like, what's in that door? I didn't even know there was a door there.
You're like-
The whole fucking golf.
You've been pool sharking me this whole time.
She's wiping dust off it. using-
Fucking 13 years of marriage to lead to a fucking, I'm a great golfer and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. This is a great prank.
That was a slow play.
Fucking
Yeah.
got me.
Yep.
Well played.
Well
Well
played,
played.
man.
Well
We get to
played.
the golf course. They're like, hey, Jennifer. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, her
Oh,
name? She walks over, beep, beep. You look over, there's a golf cart. You're like,
Where the fuck did that come from?
what the hell? We could have been using this. It's for golf only. It's serious. Anyhow, I think that's it for this week's episode
Yep.
Yep.
of Comes Naturally. We are.
Joe.
Mike.
I'm Cody, and again, we were slightly joined by.
Paige.
I mean, she
That's
was
it.
here.
I was
Yeah.
here talking.
Like, physically, she was here.
Yeah,
for
she's
a
more
little
than
bit.
Taj, so I mean, might as well just change the name. But that's it. And as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.